Good evening, everybody. Hey, what an amazing end of last month. I've been having a lot of fun watching everyone's posts popping up in, oops, let me mute that person, in rock stars. Congratulations. So many congratulations to a lot of people on this call. We have a new blue diamond, a new diamond. Um, Kevin Lateran are on this call. They hit diamond this last month. I don't see Lisa on this call, but she hit blue diamond, Lisa Zimmer. And we had several people rank advance throughout the team together. It was a huge month. Congratulations to everyone who pushed BOGOs, to everyone who ranked up, and to everyone who is participating on this building journey. Last month was a really fun month to be involved, and this has been a really fun week for me in recovery mode. So cheers to BOGO recovery. Tonight we have Jennifer with us. She's going to be talking to us about frankincense. All things frankincense is what I asked her to kind of cover. So Jennifer, if you're ready, we're going to jump right in.
Awesome. I hope I'm ready. Whew. I think I'm ready. Everybody's asking me, are you able to do the call this week? Are you still wanting to do the call this week? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And then I sit down and start collecting my thoughts, and then I get very, very distracted. I don't want to start the call on a sad note, but I do want to share with everyone what's happening in my world right now. For the past 2 years, I have been playing an active role in helping basically my next door neighbor. She actually lives a house down, battle cancer with her son. Their 3-year-old Finn passed away on Sunday morning, and it's shattered us. We're very, very. I don't have words. Like, I can think of stuff, but then I just can't really put much into sentences. So I'm diffusing all of the oils I'm supposed to be diffusing, and I'm using them and applying them. And so I wanted to state my intentions before this call started. So my goal for you guys, for myself and for you guys, is that when we leave this call, I want this call to have been helpful and happy. So those are my intentions going forward. So that's what we're going to do. So yes, we're talking about frankincense. It's December 4th, which means for 4 days now, we've been offering the 200 PV frankincense promo. If you guys don't know, earlier today at 11 o'clock in Romy's Cafe, there was a sizzle that specifically talked about frankincense as the oil and the great things that you can use it for. All of the health benefits of frankincense, and Joni did a good job of explaining all of those. And then also Cresta and Karina talked about hope, oil, and rose. So if you guys didn't see that today at 11, make sure you get into the cafe and go watch that, because it is extremely helpful. So tonight I'm not really going to be talking about what frankincense is for. I'm going to be talking to you about how you can use this promo that doTERRA that doTERRA is having for us, so that we can run successful businesses. There isn't anybody in the higher ranks of this company that can say that doTERRA doesn't run super awesome promotions that kind of makes it easy for us to do our jobs. How easy is it to go out and share doTERRA and then say, oh, by the way, if you place an order in December that's 200 PV, you get a free frankincense. Practice saying that. Free frankincense. Oh, frankincense. It's basically $100 oil. Does anybody have frankincense nearby? I wanted to do this thing where everybody could show me a bottle of oil and hold it up to the camera. And I need to mention this. So who likes winning things, right? So a lot of you people get on this call because you want to win something at the end. Romy and Kenzie always send out an oil. There's some. Iris. Thank you, Iris. Thank you, Kelly. Get your oils, people. If you need to run and go grab an oil, please do. I'm going to use an oil right now. I'm going to get my balance oil out. And as you can see here, I don't know if you can see the mist coming across the screen, but I'm diffusing as we speak. So I got my diffuser here. I think it's so, so important that I emphasize oil usage and that you guys emphasize oil usage. I'll have training calls with people and they'll say all these things that are happening or all these people that they're working with, and they'll share their frustrations with me, and I'll say, well, did you put oil on them, or did you put oil on yourself? And they'll say, oh no. And then I'm like, there's your thing right there. That might be the reason why you're not being successful in your business, is because you're not using the oils in times of need and tough situations. Get that oil out. It's like, oh, excuse me, I gotta put my oil on. I tell my kids, go get mommy's oil right now, or face the consequences. So I'm using some balance. I'm actually diffusing frankincense, spearmint, and balance. Oh yeah, and I'm using my kids' oil. Sorry, soul. Using my calmer oil tonight. All right, I'm feeling calm now. Just because I'm calm, though, doesn't mean I'm not going to jump all over the place and skip around in my notes. So 200 PV incentive. Spend 200 PV. Thank you, Chrissy. What's Chrissy got? Frankincense and frankincense? Are they both frankincense? Nice, nice, nice. All right. Thanks, Mom. There's Kai. Thank you, Mom. Hey, Christy's here. Christy, I didn't recognize you. You have a hat on. I was like,
I have a hat. I'm still trying to get kids to sleep, so listening, but kind of
you
crazy.
did your thing. Good to see you. Okay. I wanted to say hi to everybody, and I didn't do that either, but hi, everybody. Oh, I'm just super, super scattered today. I had a lot of ideas. Romy asked me about a month ago if I would do this call, and I was like, yes, I would be happy to talk on the sizzle. I love being invited. Thank you, Connie. I would be so happy to talk. And then this week has been just super, super heavy. But I have the oils to help me finish what I need to finish. So we're going to get this call done. I have a few things that I want to talk about. We're not going to take up the whole hour. But things that I think that if you guys could take this away, that you could go have a successful December. One thing that I love to do during a 200 PV incentive is making sure that my team knows that I appreciate them for when they do place a 200 PV order. So I have my own little contest letting them know, if you place a 200 PV order, I'm going to take your name and I'm going to put it in a hat, and you could win something huge. The first time I ever did that was like 2015, and my volume literally doubled. My overall volume doubled. So many people put in 200 PV orders as if the incentive, I think it was a deep blue incentive. Spend 200 PV and you got deep blue rub and deep blue 5 mil for free. But it's just a little fun thing that you can do with your team. And it's also great practice for you to tell your team, hey, I'm having this extra incentive. If you place a 200 PV order, I'm going to put your name into a hat at the end of the month, and we're going to draw it. And then this is fun. You get to give away something fun. You can give away something huge. Don't worry, you'll be able to afford it because your team is all placing 200 PV orders. That's awesome. So in this instance, Yarrow Palm just came out in a 30 milliliter dropper bottle. So I haven't announced this to my team yet, but I see so many of my leaders here. So I'll just tell you guys, let's do that. If you place a 200 PV order this month, I will put your name in a hat for a bottle of Yarrow Palm. Does that excite anybody? Those kind of things get me going. So I'm like, I'll play that game. I got to put in a 200 PV order so I can get all my oils, get my frankincense, get my product of the month, and there's a chance to win Jen's cool raffle. And so if you guys take that idea, see if that works for you guys. That's my Jen promo. That's my fallback plan. So I love 200 PV months. Also, for those that are new, I have a lot of new people on my team, and so they're getting used to the lingo. So I want to make sure they understand 200 PV means points, not dollars. make sure that if you put a bunch of stuff in your cart and you're close to 400 PV, you might want to place 2 orders, because then you get 2 bottles of frankincense. If you place 1 order that's 400 PV, you're not going to get 2 bottles of frankincense. You just get 1. So keep that in mind. But Jen, then I have to pay shipping twice. But complainer, if you pay shipping twice, that means you get rewards points twice. So, free shipping with the LRP program. So I think that's just, it's win, win, win all over the place. We're always winning. So that's one way that I think that you guys could really up your volume, up your participation. For those of you that have huge teams, how do you do that? Because if you have, let's say you have 400 people on your team, that's really hard to be the accountant and figure all this out, and who all has placed a 200 PV order. So what I do is I go into my detailed genealogy and I highlight everything, copy and paste it into Excel. And then from Excel, I can cut take out all the information I don't need and just see who has placed 200 point orders. And then I print that off, and then I cut those names out, cut. And so then it's really, really fast. You don't have to go in your back office and write down everybody's name that placed a 200 PV order, because that would be crazy. Let's see, what else do I want to address? And then I also make sure people know if you place 2 orders, you get to be in the hat 2 times. I'll never forget the first time that I did this. I actually had Dr. Hill draw the name out of the hat for me, because I went to one of his seminars. And the very first time I did it, there were over 600 people in this basket, because people would put in multiple orders. And he drew the very first person I ever enrolled. The name that he drew was my number 1 person. So that was really cool. So then what he did was he's like, I really like this idea. I'm going to do you one better. And he drew another name, and he said that he was going to give that person the prize. The prize was a convention kit. So I really went all out. My team was really excited to win that special prize. And so the person he drew was the very first person that ever enrolled. The second name that he drew out of that 600 was her daughter. So that was so awesome. I was like, oh, sweet. Might read the one, and then, oh my gosh, that's her daughter. I feel like we cheated, but that was pretty funny. So the main point of all of this is to have fun. And when you're doing things like this, you're having a good time, and people are going to have a good time with you. So that's going to encourage more people to want to join the crowd. At least I think so. I feel like if I'm having fun, I'm going to attract more people having fun. If I'm being totally lame and monotone, how many people are going to stay on the call for the entire night? I don't think very many people are going to want to hang out. So having fun. It's all about having fun. What else did I want to talk about? I talked about diffusers. I talked about my intentions. I've talked about the 200 PV incentive. Talked about emphasizing oil usage. I want to talk a little bit about you guys having classes. I think the best way to build your doTERRA business is to have classes. I have a Facebook. I have Instagram. Those things work great. But the real way to build your team is to start having events or classes. And so I wanted to touch on that really quick. Because I feel like the repeated theme that I'm hearing from my team is, well, I had a class, but nobody showed up. And that's really unfortunate. It happens to me all the time. But that can't be the end of it. You have to now put a lot of thought into it and figure out why no one came, what I can do better to get people to come, and change things, grow. Become a better leader, become a better host, become better at something so that you can get people to show up to your class. One thing that I've been telling my team that's getting kind of exciting is nobody showed up for your class. That doesn't mean you don't need to be doing something. So why not jump on Facebook Live? Why not jump on Instagram Live? Why not jump on Periscope? Why not jump on Snapchat? If there's no one in your house, it's probably because they're sitting at home on their phone. So get on some sort of social media and start teaching a class. Hi guys, I doing a class tonight at my house and nobody showed up, so I'm going to practice doing a class, because practice makes perfect. And if I practice doing a class with an empty room, at least I'm teaching and I'm getting better. And who knows, somebody might watch, a stranger, I don't know, somebody down the street, they might have a question at the end, and then a conversation starts and you're building and you're sharing doTERRA. That's how it works. So no excuses for anybody on my team. Nobody showed up to my class. I've had all these classes and nobody shows up. There are ways to make people listen. And then finally, I wanted to talk about Instagram specifically, because I've gotten lots of questions about Instagram from people that aren't on Instagram. Should I be on Instagram? I feel like I'm already spending too much time on Facebook. And that's a really valid point. Instagram is definitely the place that I go and I disappear into the scroll hole. So it's called the scroll hole. I don't scroll hole in Facebook very much anymore, but when I get on Instagram, Instagram is a place that can inspire the crap out of you. You can set up Instagram and follow specific people's stories so that when you get on there, you only see what you want to see. If you follow, inspirational people, when you open Instagram, you're only going to see those inspirational things. If you follow race car driving, you're only going to see race car driving on your Instagram feed. If you follow the dogs of Instagram, you're going to see a lot of dogs pop up on your Instagram. It's really, really cool. Lately, I have been been playing the hashtag game. And if you're not familiar with Instagram, it's all about hashtags. Facebook has hashtags. You'll see people do the hashtags and then post a word. But right now, doTERRA is actually encouraging you guys to go get out there on Instagram specifically and use the hashtag King of Oils. And if you go to Instagram and search King of Oils, you will find beautiful posts and tons of information and recipes and testimonials. And you can get in that mix, and then people will click on King of Oils and they could find you. It's really, really cool. Your Instagram wall can become a place of art. It can become a place of you. Like you can post pictures just like you would on Facebook, or you can post creative things like I don't even know like how to describe it. When you open up someone's Instagram, sometimes they'll post a picture and then the next picture they post is just a white square. And then the next picture they post is a quote. And then they do that repeatedly so that their wall ends up being a specific theme. So Instagram can help you rebrand yourself. It can inspire you to build differently. It can put you in touch with people that you never even knew existed. People can find you that need to find you. It's really, really cool. I know someone who's really done well with Instagram is Iris. She's got all sorts of hashtags going on her Instagram. And when you go to her Instagram, you start clicking on these hashtags, you start to see this network and these posts that it changes your perspective. It's really, really cool. So since doTERRA is doing the King of Oils push this month, I wanted to kind of jump on that and make sure you guys are aware of that. If you don't have an Instagram, devote only a small amount of time and go check it out. Create an Instagram. Don't get sucked into the scroll hole because it's really easy to do. You'll start like babies. I love babies. And so I'll start clicking on these baby videos, and then the next baby stuff is just all these cute baby stuff. And then you get baby fever, and that's bad. But so be intentional about what you want to go find on Instagram, or you might disappear. One thing that I found on Instagram that I love, and it's on Facebook too, is an infographic that says, 30 days, 30 ways. It's 30 different ways to use frankincense. And every single day, you're supposed to be doing something different. And I wanted to read to you the first 10 days. And this specific post that I found, I can't remember who posted it. I didn't write that down. But it had over 680 likes. So 680 people out there in the world, whether they use oils or not, liked this picture of 30 different ways to use oils. Day one, drop a drop of frankincense under your tongue in the morning and the afternoon. Number 2 was add a drop of frankincense to your facial moisturizer. Number 3, apply frankincense over your heart. Today is December 4th. Diffuse frankincense during prayer or meditation. So these first 4 days, you've already done 4 things to improve your self-care. For people that don't know how to use oils at all, they're learning, oh, I can take this oil internally. Oh, this oil is good for moisturizing my face. Oh, this oil is good for my heart. These are all things that everyone can benefit from. Day 5, apply to all your scars. Day 6, apply to your occipital bone to improve your brain function. Day 7, apply around your eyes for fine lines. Day 8, roll down your spine to support your immune system. Day 9, mix with peppermint for a headache. Apparently on day 9, you get a headache. So they say, it says use it for headaches. I think that's kind of funny. I would probably make my own graphic and make my own schedule. Day 10, apply with vetiver before you go to bed. And if people are actually doing this, they're going to start to learn what works for them, what they like, what feels good. They'll probably wake up on December 11th and be like, whoa, I just had some crazy dreams and some really awesome sleep. Maybe I should go tell somebody about it. So if you're the kind of person that likes to just throw stuff out there and not be pushy and see who's paying attention, see who's liking, see who's commenting, and then reach out to those people, Instagram is a really, really cool way to do that. There's a whole industry for Instagram building. Like, how do you build an Instagram? How do you build a following? And those are kind of fake and not real. They can be helpful, and I'm not saying don't use them, but Instagram can also be very real and very personal and very cool. So there's my Instagram speech there. I want to make sure that I answer any questions that you guys have. So we actually have a special guest tonight. This is Nashville, right? I don't know if you guys know that. I'm in Nashville, and anytime you go out in Nashville, you could go down the street and go order some nachos at a bar, and Tim McGraw will walk in, and it's like, oh my God, Tim McGraw's here. You go down and get coffee, and freaking Reba McEntire's pulling up, and so you never know what you're gonna see. So I really wanted to do something special for you guys, so I had a month to prepare. So, oh, they're not here yet? Okay, well, let me know when they get here. They said they were on their way. They should be here by now. Maybe they're in the driveway. Okay, we're gonna go check and see if they're here yet. So when they get here, they are gonna answer every single question that you have regarding building your business with the 200 PV promo. Any questions you have about frankincense. I mean, this person really, really knows their stuff. So I think I heard the door. Let me quick go see if they're here yet. Surprise guests. It's really, really exciting. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Hey, Kenzie, can you stop recording because this person didn't want to be recorded?
Yeah, I'll stop the recording.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.